News just coming in. We're going across this story from Mumbai, where Mamata Banerjee is meeting Sharad Pawar, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar in Mumbai city. And in a bid to talk about the possible new alliance, will there be a new alternate force that Mamata Banerjee is talking about? She says there's a need to counter a fascist regime. The UPA does not exist. The United Progressive Alliance does not exist. It's a big statement coming in from Mamata Banerjee. Remember, the chairperson of UPA was Sonia Gandhi. The Congress was leading the alliance in the year 2004, 2009, when there was a coalition government, not once but twice, with Sonia Gandhi as the chairperson of UPA. Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, and the other opposition parties were in fact rallying around the Congress party. The Congress was leading the UPA. That is no more, is what Mamata Banerjee has said. It's a clear attempt to project herself then as the face of a united opposition just before Lok Sabha elections, and it's with this reason that she has met Sharad Pawar. She's meeting Sharad Pawar today. She was also supposed to meet Uddhav Thackeray. It's evident that the opposition front is now not... Mamata Banerjee, in fact, doesn't want the opposition to be led by the Congress. She says that UPA is history. It's obviously an all-out attack on the Congress party also when she says that to fight the BJP, you have to be on the ground and not be taking foreign trips.
मेरे को मन था कि आज जो परिस्थिति चल रहा है देश में, जैसा फैसिज्म चल रहा है, इसको खिलाफ में एक स्ट्रॉन्ग अल्टरनेटिव फोर्स बनाना चाहिए. अकेला कोई नहीं कर सकता है. जो स्ट्रॉन्ग जिधर में है उसको लेके करना पड़ेगा. इसी के लिए शारद जी इज द सीनियर मोस्ट लीडर. बहुत दिन से हम शारद जी का साथ में काम किया है. इसी के लिए मैं शारद जी को साथ पॉलिटिकल कर्टेसी और डिस्कशन करने के लिए आई हुई है. शरद जी ने जो बात कहा है हम सहमत हो. शरद जी क्या बोला, एक ऑल्टरनेटिव स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए जो लड़ाई करते हैं. अगर कोई लड़ते नहीं है तो हम क्या करें. हम चाहते हैं कि सबको लड़ाई करना है, लेकिन में रह के.
It's interesting to see how the NCP is then going to react to what Mamata Banerjee has essentially said, given that they are in alliance with the Congress party even now and still continue to be in Maharashtra, where the Maharashtra Aghadi government is being led by Shiv Sena, and Congress and NCP are in alliance, and Sharad Pawar continues to enjoy a good relationship with the Congress leadership. Mamata Banerjee for the moment seems to be mocking the Congress party, where she says UPA is history now. UPA, remember, was the alliance that was led by Sonia Gandhi. She was the chairperson in the year 2004 and 2009, when twice the Congress-led coalition was in power at the centre, with other parties being a part of it. NCP and TMC too were a part of it during this time, with Mamata Banerjee also holding important portfolios in the UPA government, including that of the railway minister, after which she later on went on to become the chief minister of Bengal. But is this essentially a signal to the Congress party that Mamata is not willing to do business with them? And if at all there is an opposition front that is united, then she would rather have the Congress out of it. That's the question that at best TMC Chief Supremo Mamata Banerjee can answer. But she says that UPA is history, which means that she doesn't want Congress to be leading this alliance. That's the message from Mamata Banerjee today as she meets NCP Chief Sharad Pawar in Mumbai. Listen in to what Mamata Banerjee and Sharad Pawar have had to say about this meeting.
आपको लगता है कि शरद जी को अब यूपीए का नेतृत्व करना चाहिए, चेयरमैन बनाना चाहिए?
अरे क्या यूपीए, अभी यूपीए नहीं है.
Today, me and my colleagues had a long chat with her. Her intention is, in today's situation, national level, like-minded forces has to come together. They have to set up a collective leadership platform, and we have to provide a strong alternative to leadership. Overall thinking is not for today, but for 2024 election. This platform has to be established, and with that intention, he has visited and she had a very positive discussion with all of us.
We had positive discussions is what NCP Chief Sharad Pawar has said, but Mamata Banerjee has gone and said, what UPA? There is no UPA now. When a reporter was trying to ask a question about who is going to be leading the United Progressive Alliance, the UPA, remember the coalition that brought together the Congress along with other parties, and which was of course in government since the year 2004. It was elected the second time in the year 2009 as well. Sonia Gandhi was the chairperson, and other parties along with the Congress had joined hands to form the government. Mamata Banerjee, remember, was a part of UPA. Now she seems to be suggesting that she is not interested in doing business with the Congress anymore, or at least doesn't want Congress to be leading an alliance, if at all there is an alliance, in the near future. An attempt clearly is being made to unite the opposition parties, because she's not only meeting Sharad Pawar, she's also meeting other leaders of regional parties. She's been doing that for a while. The TMC, of course, is keen to project Mamata Banerjee as a face of the opposition in the Lok Sabha elections that's due in 2024. It's a big political development today where UPA's history is what Mamata Banerjee said. UPA, remember, was in government in the year 2004 and 2009. It was a coalition government that was led by the Congress. Sonia Gandhi was the chairperson of the UPA. Mamata Banerjee today says UPA's history. She's also mocking the Congress where she says to fight the BJP, you have to be a part of, in fact, you have to be on the ground, and you can't be taking flights outside India. You can't be on foreign soil all the time. Preeti is in fact joining us. Preeti, that's a big statement coming in from Mamata Banerjee. She herself was a part of the UPA, which was led by Congress, and chairperson of UPA was, of course, Sonia Gandhi. She seems to be suggesting that she doesn't want to do business with the Congress anymore, at least doesn't want them to be leading this alliance, so to speak.
You know, Sneha, if we really are going to break down what Mamata Banerjee said, this is as big as it gets in the current situation, where the political dynamics stand. For Mamata Banerjee to come out and make a statement where she says UPA is history, which pretty much suggests that Mamata Banerjee and the TMC is looking at forging a new alignment. Could this be once again an attempt to revive the third front, which has been a pipe dream of all politicians, especially which come from regional satraps? That's one question that needs to be addressed. But, Sneha, what's more to read in this is the fact that she's standing on a platform with which she has the likes of Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar is an astute politician. He makes his moves extremely calculatively. And for him to stand besides Mamata Banerjee, while Mamata Banerjee goes out on an all-out attack on the Congress, where she pretty much suggests UPA's history. Important also to note, if a party doesn't fight, it's not our problem. It's as big as it gets. And the very fact that you have Sharad Pawar on the same platform with her, mind you, he is in government. The NCP is in government with the Congress in Maharashtra. What will be the impact of it in Parliament? Till now, NCP has been standing with all the protests with the TMC. Will the NCP now go and stand with the Congress? Will the NCP now go and stand with the TMC? Because both the Congress and the TMC are protesting on separate turfs.